In this part of Healthy, Wealthy, Wise, getting wise with your money. Online crimes are costing Floridians millions. Florida Atlantic University put out a new report. Internet losses in Florida almost doubled from $95 million in 2015 to $178 million in 2018. So here today with tips to take away the power and pull the plug on these hackers is Robert Steward, president of a leading IT firm, Trace, and the host of top-rated technology podcast, Hacked. It's nice to meet you. Thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
You've got some interesting information here. One of the things you just told me off camera here, there's two types of people. What are they?
Those that have been breached and those who just don't know it.
Wow.
It's an interesting concept. But
I mean, you can really go one way or the other. So
absolutely.
It's bound to probably happen.
Absolutely.
Whether you like it or not. But this first tip, hopefully some safeguards in place to cut this out from happening. It's really imperative. You say you've got to encrypt your data. That sounds a little complex for the average Joe over here.
It does seem kind of complex, but it's really not that bad. You know, today we're looking at, it's tax season. Right?
Yeah.
And when you collect all that tax data, what happens, you're in a position where you're showing your social security number, your banking information,
right.
All of that comes into play. And if you're not moving that information back and forth to your accountant in a very secured way, then you're in a position where that can be compromised. Actually, protecting your data is really identity theft.
So in terms of encryption, a hard drive is probably an option there.
Hard drive's an option. When you move it from one place to another, that's an option.
Okay.
And when you encrypt it, you're actually scrambling the data that requires your authentication or password.
Got it. Next tip, beware of the Bluetooth.
Bluetooth is an open window. It is something very special. So you can lock your house and leave the window open, and that actually leaves room for a criminal to walk into your home. The same is the case when you're dealing with things virtually.
Yeah.
The Bluetooth is like an open window. If you're not using it, close it. We use it for our earpieces and use it for other things, but when you're not using it, close it. It actually prevents that window from being open for criminals.
Now this last tip here, I don't know if I'm in the minority or the majority here, but I've never heard of this. It's a blocking wallet. You actually brought an example for us.
Yeah, so we use this constantly. We use a chip when you go and buy something, grocery store or whatever. This actually blocks that chip from being read by a bypasser who might have that particular chip. So there is a reader. That reader can brush against your purse or against your wallet and actually take that information off. You want to protect against that.
I mean, they are just getting savvier by the day. Who knew? They can rub up against you, get your information
really
like that. Great tips, Robert Steward. We'll make sure that we stay in touch. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
This is great. Thank you.